So let us discuss this problem of double integration. Okay, so in this example, they have asked to change the order of integration. Change the order of that means if the given strip is parallel to y-axis, we have to consider a strip parallel to x-axis and we have to solve. And if the strip is parallel to x-axis, we have to make it parallel to y-axis and then we have to solve the problem, right? So what will I do? I will write the problem first. Okay, so see, simply we'll write, we have, okay, see what we have, I is equal to integration x square plus 4y square dy dx, limits are 0 to root 4 minus x square by 2 and here 0 to 2, right? So see, this is function of x, this is function of x, so that's why these are limits of y. When we have a function of y, then these are limits of x. Okay, so see, obviously limits of y, so y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0 and y is equal to this root. So see, these are limits of y, that means we are solving integration of y first. Obviously the outer integral is with respect to x, so that's why these are limits of x. Okay, so therefore I can write the given region is bounded by, given region is bounded by, yeah, first is x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0, this is equation of what? Y-axis, get it? So this is equation of y-axis. What will I do? I will draw a small diagram here so we can easily understand what we are doing. So this is x-axis and this one is y-axis, right? A small scaling I will write here. Okay, so x is equal to 0, this is equation of what? Y-axis, x is equal to 0. What is the second equation? X is equal to 2. Do you know x is equal to 2 means equation of line? Okay, it is equation of line which is parallel to y-axis and passes through x is equal to 2. So I will write, simply mention a line parallel to y-axis. I will show here that line. So it's a line parallel to y-axis, passes through x is equal to 2. So this is a given line, x is equal to 2, right? Next is y is equal to 0. So as you know, y is equal to 0, this is equation of what? X-axis. Y is equal to 0, this is equation of what? X-axis. So here I will mention y is equal to 0, correct? And let us think about the last, that is y is equal to root 4 minus x square by 2. See, the problem is that we have a square root, so we cannot directly decide this is equation of which curve. So first of all, I will try to remove the square root. How to remove the square root? Just by taking square of both sides. Okay, so I will take square of both sides, so therefore I can write y square is equal to 4 minus x square by 2. Okay, so after that obviously I will try to bring it in its standard form. So I will shift 2 on this side. So okay, we have a space here, I am writing here, huh? So this is 2y square, right, is equal to 4 minus x square. So I will shift x square on this side, so x square plus 2y square is equal to 4. Okay, so this is a 100% equation of ellipse, but it is not its standard form. What is the standard form of ellipse? Standard form of ellipse is x square plus s square by s square plus y square by b square is equal to 1. That means in a standard form of equation of ellipse, we always have 1 in right hand side, but here we have a 4. So what will I do? I will divide both sides by 4. So we will have 1 in right hand side. So therefore we will have x square by 4 plus, so if you divide by 4, 2 will get cancelled, y square by 2, it is equal to 1. So we have got 1 in right hand side. Okay. The second thing is denominator. Okay, think about denominator. So in denominator we have a square of something. So see, this is nothing but, okay, where shall I write? I will write here. This is nothing but x square by 2 square, since 4 is the square of 2, plus y square by root 2 square I will mention, since 2 is the square of root 2 and which is equal to 1. So this is ellipse. Okay, this is an ellipse. Okay, see, so I will draw that ellipse here. Okay, I will remove this one. So this is an ellipse. Okay, so at a denominator of x we have a 2 square. So that's why given ellipse cuts x-axis at 2, 0 and minus 2, 0. So that's why here 2, 0 and here we have minus 2, 0. So ellipse cuts x-axis at these 2 points, and in denominator of y we have root 2 square. So therefore it cuts y-axis at root 2, 0 comma root 2. This is 0 root 2, and here also we have some 0 comma minus root 2. So we have ellipse like this. Okay, a rough sketch I am drawing here. So this is a given ellipse. You are getting my point? Okay. Okay, I will rectify it. Now it looks better. Okay, so this is an ellipse. So we have to, by considering the denominator, we have to decide how to draw the ellipse, and it cuts x-axis and y-axis at which points. So here x at denominator 2 square, so it cuts x-axis at 2, 0 and minus 2, 0, and y at denominator root 2 square, so that's why it cuts 0 comma root 2 and 0 comma minus root 2. Okay, so this is a given ellipse. See, now we have to decide the region. Region bounded by y is equal to x is equal to 0. Region bounded by x is equal to 2. That means 100% region lies between these two lines. Next, it is bounded by y is equal to 0 also, correct? And it is bounded by this ellipse also. So maybe you will get confused which region we have to consider, this region or this region. So let us think about it. See, inner integral is with respect to y, correct? So that means our strip is parallel to y-axis. Getting? Inner integration is with respect to y, so given strip is parallel to y-axis. It is bounded below by y is equal to 0. It is bounded below, getting, by y is equal to 0. So by y is equal to 0, that means strip above this line, above the x-axis. That means 101% our region of integration is this one. Right? So this is our region of integration, and our strip is parallel to y-axis, I am saying, because see, inner integration is with respect to y, correct? So it is bounded below by x-axis, bounded above by part of ellipse, and lies between these two lines. So this is a given region. But the question is, change the order of integration and solve the problem. That means given strip is parallel to y-axis. To change the order of integration, I will consider strip parallel to x-axis. So I will mention here, to change the order of integration, consider a strip, or we consider a strip parallel to x-axis. Okay, I will try to write all those things here. A very small diagram I am drawing, just essential parts, essential things I am writing here. Okay, so see, we have a ellipse like this. So this is x is equal to 2 we have, right? And this is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and the equation y is equal to square root of what we have, y is equal to square root of, okay, or simply we can write here this equation, x square by 4 plus y square by 2 is equal to 1. So this is the region of integration, right? But now we have to consider a strip parallel to x-axis. Our strip will be like this. Okay, so after that, according to that, okay, this point is 0 comma, to this point is 0 comma root 2, my mistake, it's 0 comma root 2, right? So after that, what will I do? Make a screenshot of it, and after that we'll go for a next part of this problem, please. Okay, see, when we consider a strip parallel to x-axis, we write two sentences. The first sentence is here, x varies from x is equal to x is equal to, and we write y varies from y is equal to y is equal to. These two sentences we write first. Okay, so strip is like this. For what we consider, strip is bounded below, bounded above, and after that we move strip like this, bottom to top. Okay, we move from bottom to top. So at a base, that means strip is bounded below by x is equal to 0. So we have x is equal to 0. And when we think about strip is bounded above, so strip is bounded above by this part of ellipse, right? So what is equation of ellipse? X square by 4 plus y square by 2 is equal to 1, correct? But I have written x is equal to, What I have written? X is equal to, so that's why I should able to express this equation in terms of x is equal to. So what will I do? So x square by 4, I will shift it there. 1 minus y square by 2, I will shift 4 on that side. So x square is equal to 4, 1 minus y square by 2. Now I will take square root of both sides. So x is equal to 2 root 1 minus y square by 2. So this thing we have. Okay, x is equal to, same equation of ellipse I have written in this way. So x is equal to, okay, I will write here 2, x is equal to 2 root 1 minus y square by 2. Okay. So after that, we have found out strip is bounded below, bounded above. Now we have to move strip from bottom to top. Okay, it will move like this from here to here. So at the bottom, it is bounded by y is equal to 0, right? And if you move strip like this, okay, it will reach up to this point. So when we move in this way, now we have to consider a point somewhere it stops. So if you move like this, so it will start at y is equal to 0 and it will go like this and it will stop at this point. It cannot go beyond this ellipse, outside the ellipse. So here value of y is root 2, you can easily see. Value of y is, since this point is 0 comma root 2, here also you can see. So in this way we have got new limits, okay, of integration. So therefore I will write I is equal to, now I is equal to, so the function will be same, x square plus 4y square. But now I will write dx dy. See, I am writing dx dy since my strip is parallel to x-axis now. So that's why I will write dx first and I am writing dy. So what are the limits of x we have got? Limits of x are 0 to 2 root 1 minus y square by 2. And what are the limits of y? 0 to root 2. Okay, so we are solving integration with respect to x first and then we'll go for with respect to y. So let us do that. Integration 0 to root 2. Let us think about this, its integration. See, integration, we are integrating with respect to x. What is integration of x square? It is x cube by 3. So when you integrate 4y square, so 4y square is a constant since we are integrating with respect to x. So that's why its integration is 4, just x will be there, 4xy square. Since 4y square is a constant, simply x we have to add there. So 0 to 2 root 1 minus y square, y square by 2. Okay, make a screenshot of it. We don't have enough space. I will remove this part and then we will continue. Okay. Okay, so let us continue. So integration 0 to root 2, right? So I'm putting the upper limit here. So see, 1 by 3 will be there, 1 by 3. So I'm going to take its cube, since at a place of x I'm putting this value. So if you take its cube, cube of 2 is 8, right? So if you take its cube, so root means raised to 1 by 2, and if you take its cube, you will have 1 minus y square by 2 raised to 3 by 2. Since root means raised to 1 by 2 and taking cube, so it will be 3 by 2. Plus, don't have a space, so I'm writing here, okay? So 4y square, and at a place of x we have to put this one. So into 2 root, okay, so this is 2 into root 1 minus y square by 2. So when you put 0, obviously we will have 0. So I will skip that thing. So this is dy. Okay, we need to simplify it first and then we'll go for integration. So this is equal to integration 0 to root 2. We will have simply 8 by 3. Okay, 1 minus y square by 2 raised to 3 by 2. What will happen? 8 y square root 1 minus y square by 2 dy. Do you know one thing? When I write x raised to 3 by 2, it means x root x. Getting? X raised to 3 by 2 means x raised root x. So similarly, we have bracket raised to 3 by 2. That means bracket into root of that bracket. So this is equal to, I will same thing, I will write integration 0 to root 2 here, 8 by 3, 1 minus y square by 2 into root 1 minus y square by 2 plus 8y square root 1 minus y square by 2 dy. Understood? No? So this technique I use there. Right? Tell me, what can we take common here? What can we take common? Can we take this root common? Yes, obviously we can take root common. Can I take 8 common? Here we can take 8 also common. So 8 is a constant, I am taking outside, 0 to root 2. Okay, so if you take this root common, root 1 minus y square by 2 dy. Here, what are the remaining things? 1 by 3 will be there. 1 by 3. 1 minus y square by 2. 8 also we have taken common, and here simply we have 8y square. Okay. So this is equal to 8. 0 to root 2. I will try to simplify. Okay. This one. So here 1 by 3 minus y square by 6 plus 8y square root 1 minus y square by 2 dy. Make a screenshot of it, and after that we will go further. Okay. Okay, see, by mistake I forgot to carry 8 outside, huh? So I am removing 8. Since 8 we have already taken outside, so that's why 8 won't be there. After that, what will I do? We have to simply solve this one. So this is equal to 8. Okay, just a minute, huh? This is equal to 8. Integration 0 to root 2. 0 to root 2, right? See, 1 by 3. I will cross multiply. If you cross multiply 6y square minus y square, that means we will have 5y square by 6 root 1 minus y square by 2 dy. Okay, so actually we cannot solve it directly. So we have to use some technique. We have to use substitution. So what I am going to do? I am going to put something. Huh? So I am putting y is equal to root 2 sine theta. See, I'm choosing sine because I wish to convert this problem into beta and gamma function. So that's why I'm putting y is equal to root 2 sine theta. So keep in your mind, when we put anything, we have to take its derivative and we have to change limits also. Okay, so let us find its derivative. So dy is equal to root 2 is a constant. Derivative of sine theta is cos theta, and obviously d theta will be there. Let us think about limits. For y is equal to 0, so its lower limit is 0. So if you put y is equal to 0, 0 is equal to root 2 sine theta. So what will happen? I will divide both sides by root 2. So 0 is equal to sine theta. Tell me when sine will be 0. At theta is equal to 0, the sine will be 0. So new limit of theta is 0. So let us think about upper limit. Y is equal to root 2. Now I am changing the upper limit. I am putting y is equal to root 2. So we'll have root 2 is equal to root 2 sine theta. So root 2 will get cancelled. 1 is equal to sine theta. So you know well, at theta is equal to pi by 2, sine will be 1. So value of theta is pi by 2. So now, okay, just a minute. So now I is equal to, okay, what are 8 is outside? Correct, 8 is outside. What are the new limits? New limits are 0 to pi by 2. New limits are 0 to pi by 2. So 1 by 3 plus 5 by 6 into y square. So what is its square? 2 sine square theta, correct? Into root 1 minus y square. What is its square? It is 2 sine square theta by 2 is there, and what is our dy? Into root 2 cos theta d theta. So this is our dy, right? So see, now I will remove this one, so we will have a more space to solve the problem. Okay, see, this is equal to 8 is equal to, okay, sorry, this is equal to 8. 0 to pi by 2, 1 by 3 plus what will happen? So 2 will get cancelled. So we'll have 5 by 3 again getting, and we will have sine square theta, correct? Here 2 will get cancelled. Root, we will have 1 minus sine square theta, getting 1 minus sine square theta, since 2 will get cancelled, into root 2 cos theta d theta. So this is equal to, tell me, both of them have a same denominator 3. So that 3 is a constant, we can take it outside. So it will be 8 by 3, 0 to pi by 2, correct? 1 plus 5 sine square theta. You know that 1 minus sine square theta means cos square theta, but square root will get cancelled, and simply we can write cos theta into root 2 cos theta. Problem is looking simple now, getting? So it is, yeah, what will I do? This is equal to, see, root 2 is constant, I can take it outside. 8 root 2 by 3, and we will have integration 0 to pi by 2, and this is 1 plus 5 sine square theta, and cos into cos we will have cos square theta d theta. Okay, so make a screenshot of it, and after that very small part is remaining, we will finish this one, please. Okay, so let us continue. So I is equal to 8 root 2 by 3, right, integration 0 to pi by 2. What will I do? I will take a separate. I will multiply. So 1 into cos square theta will have cos square theta d theta plus 8. I'm taking separate integration since addition is there. So plus 8 root 2 by 3 integration 0 to pi by 2, and this 5 sine square theta cos square theta d theta. Okay, so yeah, I've done this now. See, after that, what will I do? Just a minute. I will show you. See, a very important result we have of beta gamma function. Integration 0 to pi by 2 sine square p theta, sorry, sine raised to p theta cos raised to q theta d theta is equal to 1 by 2 beta of p plus 1 by 2 q plus 1 by 2. Okay, so this formula I'm going to use of beta function. So let us do that. So 8 root 2 by 3. I will write it properly, 0 to pi by 2. See, here sine we have, but here we don't have any sine. So what will I do? I will write sine raised to 0 theta cos square theta d theta, right? 8 over 5 I will take outside. So it will be 40 root 2 by 3, 0 to pi by 2, and sine square theta cos square theta d theta. So this is equal to 8 root 2 by 3. So now we are ready to use this formula. So by this formula 1 by 2. So for first integral, the value of p is 0 and the value of q is 2. So let us put the value. P is equal to 0 and q is equal to 2. So what will I have? Beta of 0 plus 1, that means 1 by 2. Q is 2. So 2 plus 1, 3 by 2. Correct? Plus 40 root 2 by 3. So for this integral, p is equal to 2 and q is also equal to 2. So this is 1 by 2 beta of 2 plus 1, 3 by 2, and here 3 by 2. So this formula I use. So this is equal to 2 will get cancelled, 4 root 2 by 3, correct? Beta of 1 by 2 comma 3 by 2 plus 2 will get cancelled, 20 root 2 by 3 beta 3 by 2 comma 3 by 2. So we have a relation, beta gamma function, beta n m is equal to gamma m upon gamma n plus m. So this formula we can use, this relation we can use to convert the problem into gamma function. So this is equal to, tell me what can I write here? How to express in terms of gamma? So gamma 1 by 2, gamma 3 by 2, and here we have to add 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2, 4 by 2, that means 2, plus 20 root 2 by 3, same thing, same. Gamma 3 by 2, gamma 3 by 2, gamma 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2, gamma 3, right? Okay, I will remove this one now. So few things you should know, that is gamma 1 by 2 is root pi. Second, gamma n is n minus 1, gamma n minus 1. Already in second year BSc we have already studied all these things. And gamma, if integer we have positive integer, so this is n minus 1 factorial. So these three things I am going to use. So this is equal to 4 root 2 by 3. Gamma 1 by 2 means, as I told you, root pi. Gamma 3 by 2 means, using second formula, 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2, right? Gamma 2, using this formula, we have 1 factorial, that means simply 1, plus 20 root 2 by 3. Gamma 3 by 2 means, using second formula, 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2. Gamma 3 by 2 means again 1 by 2, gamma 1 by 2, and gamma 3 means 2 factorial using last formula. So see, we don't have a space, so I am writing here. So this is equal to, what will happen? This 2 will get cancelled. I will remove it. So what will you have? 2 root 2 by 3. 2 root 2 by 3. Gamma 1 by 2. What is value of gamma 1 by 2? Root pi. So root pi into root pi, pi. Okay, so the first part is over. So now what will happen? 2 into 2, 4, and 4 will get cancelled. We'll have 5. So this is 5 root 2. 5 root 2 by 3 we have, right? And yeah, 5 root 2 by 3. Gamma 1 by 2 means root pi. Gamma 1 by 2 means root pi. Root pi, root pi, pi, correct? And in denominator what we have? 2 factorial means 2. So the final answer what can we write? 2 root 2 pi by 3 plus 5 root 2 pi by 6. What can we take common? I will write common things, root 2 common, pi common, and 1 by 3 common. So we'll have simply 2, and here we will have 5 by 2, right? So this is root 2 pi by 3, and this is 4, 9 by 2, correct? So yeah, 9 by 2. So 3 will get cancelled. So root 2 pi, 3 root 2 pi by 2. So this is a required answer, right? Okay, make a screenshot of it, and after that we will stop.